Say nothing. But I can't lie, Bully, everyone spoke about that game. I mean, but I've never actually played it.
My brother used to bang it out.
Oh, bro, Bully was cold.
It
Bully
was cold, innit?
game,
Yeah.
bro. It was like GTA,
Bully kids,
but
man. You used to like a school bully walk around.
literally.
Like,
It was mad. You had this little, I think it was like a bike. You got a
Yeah,
bike,
yeah.
you just riding around town up to badness.
literally up to madness, just to mess people up in school.
I might get played just for that.
Real talk, that game was cold.
Yeah, that was
Young
hard.
boy GTA, for real.
Yeah, it was. It proper was.
The only young boy GT I remember was the Homer Simpson game.
Nah, that was cold as well.
Yeah.
That was cold as well.
That was tough. That was a good
sick
game.
Well,
still.
Bully, I remember I saw on Twitter someone was like, oh, you never had a childhood if you didn't play it.
Yeah.
Childhood.
Yeah, I'm done.
You may need to relive it still because it was a classic
It's
game.
like a void, innit? I thought like, I missed out on something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I didn't even know, bro. But flipping, yeah, man, School of Football, Tom, bro, happy to have you here. More than excited to chop up with you. I mean, before I even tell everyone what you've done, tell them how I know you. Yeah?
Come on.
So, do you know how I even know Tom?
No.
2015, Leeds
Come
Leeds,
on, you know.
School of 2018
Yeah.
as well.
Oh,
Big,
come on,
yeah, that was it. School of 2018, man.
Literally, yeah, we met
Uni.
first year uni. Not gonna lie, like yeah, known him since. And then what? When did you start this page, bro?
Started this year, a year ago, on the 3rd of April last year.
Okay.
This year.
Literally 12 months
Yeah.
Over 12 months ago.
Just over a month and, yeah, basically a month and a year.
And so your page has grown mad, like tremendously.
Yeah, honestly, I set it up not really expecting, I just wanted something to do. I lost my job. I was working as a producer at Love Sport Radio, doing that every day, and then I lost my job because of COVID. That business went down. Me and my boy were on the phone, Sam, who he also knows, and I was like, bro, I need something to do.
Yeah.
He was like, set up a page, looking for names to call it, didn't know what to call it, like every name's taken, every decent name in. I just typed in a School of Football, worked, and that sort of.
How did that click? You don't mind me asking. What was the inspiration behind the school?
I was trying loads of different things, and I just wrote the School of Ball and then the School of Football, and then the School of Ball might have been taken, and the School of Football just worked. And I knew that I wanted to do stories and in-depth stories, and use like I've done a journalism course and that, so I wanted to get the writing in.
Oh, man, yeah,
man.
that makes sense. So, alright, cool. So, we'll tell them before we even do
Yeah.
anything else. What is the page? I'll tell them.
Yeah, you give it the plug. You give it the
Tom,
plug.
I'll tell them. Let me sell it. innit? Tom is basically doing some really cool blogs, random facts about random footballers, random little law changes,
Yeah.
just basically the gems in football. The
Yeah, that's it.
Football, innit? So yeah, man, I guess tell me about how you do it. What do you like? The inspiration behind it, maybe the ideas behind it. Like, just talk to me about it.
I just always I love football. I love the game. I love the way it's played. But I've always been more interested in people's stories and why things happen in life, out life, in sport. Like, I just find people's stories, what they get up to, interesting. And calling it the school, I thought that gave me a platform to allow me to write about things that people don't necessarily know and educate at the same time. And I feel like I came at this first, it was a bit mismatched. I'd write what I wanted, and then I would release the logo, and then I came up with a set of series, and now I just have ideas, which are Did You Know, Story Time, Football Fashion, Football Firsts, and then Beyond the Game, and basically, and the top 5. So now I just work to them, I have content ideas for all of them, and then I sort of just pick what I feel on that day, get it written up, and see if the people like it.
No, that's gangster, man. Props for me. This logo, man. I remember when we were speaking about it, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a logo,
Yeah.
I'm working on it. And I was like, yeah, man, do something about school, innit? And
Yeah.
then you come out and I was like,
Yeah, this logo cold.
bro, I mean, just the logo itself, I think, changes the game, bro. So hats off on
Appreciate that.
But yeah, man, I guess, obviously, I know you, I'm a terrible one, you're a Hammers fan, you get it? So I have to love you for that,
Deep today.
Cause I'm really a snake, I should be a Hammers fan.
Yeah, you're local, bro.
Yeah, bro, even when I first came to live in England, this is where I come, kind of town,
Yeah.
you get it? So I should be a Hammers fan.
Oh, yeah.
But unfortunately, I'll tell you, innit?
Got the bad side, innit?
Nah, bro, you know what it was, 2004 FA Cup final, yeah. I was like 7 or 6 years old, yeah. I remember this so clearly. My mum was like, just F off to your room, innit, whatever. I can't remember what I done.
Yeah.
I go, I sneak into her room, yeah. Turn on the TV.
One of
and
them
I-
ones.
I see Gary Neville speaking. I recognise my man.
Yeah.
I see Paul Scholes speaking. I'm like, I recognise my man.
Come
So,
on.
yeah. Then the match starts, bruv. FA Cup final, Man United Millwall.
Oh, that game, banging game.
Slapped them 3-0.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
I was like, I'm Ronaldo. This is my team, bro. It's my life. You get it? First game I've watched 90 minutes by myself. You get it? Like before that, I'd watch my dad a bit.
Yeah.
My dad was that guy he put me to sleep watching highlights. Do you know what I mean? He thought I was Project Mbappe. Fair was Project Mbappe.
Still got time.
I don't know about that one, I don't know, but belief in it, there's self-belief. Maybe Sunday League.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be it. That'll
Sunday
be
League
it.
Mbappe in it. Why not? We'll see. But in terms of that, yeah, bruv. So obviously, I'm a United fan, but always got that close Hammers thing.
Yeah.
Bro, let's talk about Hammers this year, bro.
Been nuts. Honestly, bro, it's been insane. I mean, it's a shame I can't go. I usually go home and away. I follow them deep, but it's made this year easier. Considering everything that's going on, it's like, I can't even believe it, really. We were predicted to go down. We struggled at the start. We didn't buy anyone. Net spend was dead low. David Moyes, no one really wanted him at the start. And it's all just clicked and gone a bit mad, but I'm a bit worried at the minute. Injuries are starting to creep up. Got some tough games. We've got no Rice, no Antonio. Craig Dawson was suspended. Crespo out. Masuaku. So they're all building up, and it's getting a bit worrying now. It's getting tense for us.
That's it. Yeah, it's not the right time for it.
No, it's not.
Especially got a nice fourth sitting pre.
We're fifth. We just dropped into fifth, but Liverpool dropped points. I still think we got a chance.
Yeah, because you got lost yesterday.
Yeah.
You see that red card?
Oh, that was a joke. I couldn't take it seriously. In a handball, I thought Aspilicueta should have been done for a handball as well.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but I think the thing is, you got to look at it and be like, whatever now is an achievement for us, really. If we finish in the top 6, 7, it's been a decent season.
100%, bro. My favourite thing about this season for West Ham, bro, has to be Lingardinho, bro.
I love the guys too much, bro.
Bro, Jay Lings, yeah, I'm proud of you, bro. Listen, yeah, Man United fan, I was like, we didn't treat you right, bro.
Yeah. He needs an arm around the shoulder. He just needs an arm around the shoulder.
Bro. Someone said him, you're the guy, yeah. And West Ham, I'm happy that West Ham took him.
Moyes loves him. He's like his son.
Yeah, and Moyes did use him quite a lot at United. You get it, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I had no belief in Moyes as well this year. I don't even believe Moyes is the guy who's like the reason for
maybe
West Ham's
not
success. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just the way the Premier League's gone this year. It's first year with no fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, first year with no fans. So certain pressures have changed. You know what I mean?
Benefited us. It's definitely benefited us. We lost the first game at home. It would have been toxic and the atmosphere would have changed. Now the players have been able to get a clean slate, no outside pressure really, and get on with it themselves.
That's what I'm saying. West Ham, like since they've gone into the Olympic Stadium, there has been this little like animosity.
Yeah, of course.
People not really happy with the stadium. It's not really a football stadium.
Nah, it's not. I don't like it at all, really. I don't like it at all. It's just not the culture. West Ham is a community club. Like you say, if you live in the area, you've got an attachment to it, even if you're a fan or not. Like, it's a people's club. It's just working class. Yeah, everyone grows up loving it, and it does feel a bit distant, not just because you're miles away from it, but the players feel further away from you. The whole connection to the club's different. They changed the badge. Changed a lot, and it's a lot for geezers to get over. I mean, going 50 years down to Upton Park, same pubs each time, it's tough, man.
Same chippies, innit?
Exactly, all that. All that.
Say what, I'm sure you've been to Upton Park as well.
Yeah, plenty of times. Had a season ticket for 12, 15 years there, something like that.
I was thinking literally,
Committed,
bro,
like it. Proper.
Bro, trust me, like, bro, I'm gonna tell them it, because I'm sure your people don't know yet. Baller.
Appreciate that.
Baller.
Appreciate
Played
that.
them 5 a couple times, yeah. Showed everyone up. I'll give them that. That centre midfield, yeah. You know that cool, collected. Should be wearing the Copa Mundial.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, old school. I can't get away with fluorescent boots, mate. Not with these legs.
Nah, man.
You know what I mean?
Nah, but you got it, man. Cool, composed. I'm not gonna lie, bro. But flipping, yeah, man. West Ham doing their thing. But yeah, man. I guess as you're the school of football, yeah. Got a couple of questions for you.
Come on then, let's
see. I want to see how much you really know about the game, because you do. I'm not like, I'm on your page, I'll be there, I'll be like, bro, man, I don't know about this. Like,
What do I know? That's the thing. I look for it, bro.
I hear you.
So,
talk to me.
How long does it take for you to construct a post then?
To be fair, it depends. It honestly depends. If it's a quick story about one person, I can get it quite easy. I just find like 3 or 4 articles which collate the same information. I'll work it out and I'll type it up, but it's getting it down to size for Instagram, certain caption lengths. So that's a problem. But a couple hours. The night before, I'll try pick the story. So I already get up, have the pictures done, and then I'll just crack it out. About a couple hours if I do a good one. 2 hours, I'd say.
I heard that. It does seem like you've put a lot of work into it, because even how you write it, like you said, it is condensed.
Yeah.
But it's like you pack a lot of information into these small.
That's what I try to do. I don't want to write with any opinion base, really. I just sort of want to get facts out there and fill it with as many facts as possible. I don't want to glitter it up. Like, shout out to Versus, they're insane. Like, do you know what they do? Versus are a football account. They basically talking like street about football. Like, they make it funny, they make it like current.
Okay.
And they use their opinion, and they sort of like, it's funny as well. It's funny, informative, it's really good, but I'm trying to just do informative and give things across and do my own, stay in my own lane, because there's someone out there already killing it doing that. I need to do my own thing.
Man, you're definitely making your own lane, man. I mean, I think, like I said, football for me, yeah, is one of the most uniting things in the world. Like,
100%.
It might be like an understatement, but we're gonna talk about some more things that I've done my research on. Football literally empowers, I think, communities,
100%.
like economies, you know what I mean, societies, like brings people together on a level that so many things don't, especially like in a time now where there's so much division, you know what I mean, so much. Probably like just exclusion, like you know what I mean, like politics, all this madness. I think football's a beautiful escape, man. You know what I mean. And before we even, before I even quiz you now, because you've made my mind think about other stuff here. Talking about this division, let's talk about the Super League, bro. The most bloody, most
mental.
at the moment.
Mental.
Like. Let me hear your opinion first.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, bro?
We went. What you said then is true. Before I actually get on the Super League is United. I lost my mum when I was 5 years old, and the thing which got me through it was going to football with my brother, going down West Ham, going with him, my dad's best mate, and it was that which made me fall in love with it. That's how I got connection to the game, not necessarily. Just it was a break. It was a break for me to go play. It was escapism for the rest of my life until 18. Basically trained every day.
It's a healthy escape.
Healthy escape, and that's partly why the Super League just affected. I got so angry. I went with my mate, the two guys who were going to be on my podcast. They came with me. We had that football belongs to us, not you sign.
I saw that everywhere.
Yeah, it's just been everywhere. Exactly. Yeah, and we went down because for me, football does belong to people. Football is about competition. People. It's about having hope. As a West Ham fan, I want to have that hope of maybe going in Champions League, maybe winning the league, maybe doing something special, which is a once in a lifetime thing. If we were to win an FA Cup or to win a Premier League or to do it, it's life changing. It'll be the best moment of our lives, and that felt like European Super League from 12 greedy men. It's not the club's fault. It's not the fans' fault. It's 12 greedy owners who wanted more money for themselves, and I just thought it was pathetic, and they misjudged it, and that showed how out of touch they are with the game. If they didn't know that would upset people and the PR backlash would be a joke, then they have no clue and they have no right being in the game, and something needs to be done, whether it's political intervention, regulators, independent regulators, whatever it is, their hands need to be tied, because they can't dictate what happens to the whole sport that we all love and just try and take it away from people like that. Can't do that.
I definitely agree, but like I said, for me, I'm half and half, because I do think some kind of extra league could be exciting. You get it? You see these people, like, as in the biggest teams, playing a bit more regularly than just the Champions League. But like you said, imagine West Ham now winning a league when the big six have gone.
It would just feel hollow.
Credibility is kind of
That's
gone.
it. It's the credibility, and I don't disagree that there's a room. Everything needs to revolutionise and get better and keep improving. And you're right. And now we've got the ability to do that. There needs to be something, whether it's a summer tournament, whether it's more games than Champions League, whatever it is. I'd be up for that, but not when it's going to affect the domestic league and whip United's out of it. Like, imagine we played Chelsea for the last time ever. Like yesterday, if they did it, that would have been the last time we ever played Chelsea, and that just doesn't sit right with me.
And like you said, that's where I think the owners, that's where you can realise they're so separated from the game, because to think, we'll just do it. Like,
No one will care.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, literally, it's a money grab. Is
You get it? And then I read the other day, I don't know if this is just fake news and that, but apparently Real Madrid and Barca were going to get 52 mil more than all the other teams who are involved.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Man like chess master, what's his name?
Perez. Florentino, but he's a joke, bro. He did an interview as well when they all left, like the day before everyone left, saying there's no chance that they'll get done. We'll get our lawyers onto it, and then like 2 hours later, everyone's like gone. Arsenal gone, Chelsea gone. No one cares.
What was the first team to withdraw? Do you know?
It was officially Arsenal. So Chelsea made us, when the protests were going on. They were down there. Everyone's down there, and Chelsea basically said they were going to do it. They didn't formally do it. I think Arsenal formally were the first club to say no in England, and then exactly, and then Man City and Chelsea pretty much back to back did it, but Arsenal, pretty sure were the first ones who came out and officially left.
Arsenal, you're saying you're a dead team. Having a dead year, innit?
We're having a terrible year, bro.
What's the record that they flipping? I think this year Arteta's lost more home games than Wenger did. You know what it was? I read it.
I saw it. And then it wasn't his whole time at the Emirates or something like that. Yeah.
His whole time at the Emirates.
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
That's what Arteta. And he was saying beginning of the year, 3 years Champions League.
Yeah. It'll be the first time they not finished in Europe in however long. Like I think they lost more games this season than Brighton.
Shout out Brighton and Basuma, I'm not gonna lie.
Good player.
I want him at United.
Proper player, yeah.
United,
he's a top player.
I'll say swap him and Fred. Fred can go.
United aren't that many players away from a proper title challenge.
Brother, the only thing that's stopping us from being a challenging team right now is City's dominance.
Yeah.
Like, that's what, I'm not there a class above.
They are. He's the best. I think he's bold chat. I think Pep Guardiola is one of the best managers of all time. Like he's changed the game. The whole reason why it's possession-based football is because of what he did that Barcelona team when he first took over. Revolutionised the sport, and he's just kept building on it, making better. City have a lot of good players, but they don't have a superstar. Other than De Bruyne, and they had Aguero for a bit. They don't have a superstar. They're a team. Do you know what I mean?
Respect to one person that you forgot a certain name, innit?
Who are you thinking of?
Riyad Mahrez, man.
Yeah, baller.
No, world class, my brother.
He's your guy.
Don't forget about Riyad Mahrez, innit? So, but the only thing I think Guardiola's changed, not only thing, sorry, but most important, you might tell me what you think. What he's done with Cancelo.
Nuts, top player though. He looked good at Juventus, and then he had a bad year, and it's just mentally as well. People forget that as a footballer, you go through a lot. He's moved home, he's changed countries, come here in COVID, probably not made many powers. He probably doesn't really enjoy it. So then mental strength. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and it's got to be arm around the shoulder, good man management, and he has improved him defensively. He's come on massively.
And bro, when they're attacking, he becomes the fourth midfielder.
He's nuts in it. Technically, he's so good. He's so good. Can do anything a striker could do or a midfielder could do. He's just technically superb.
I'm not gonna lie, I first got to my FIFA because he was 4-star skill right back.
Yeah,
I got that week for I was like, yeah.
Yes, sir. Get him in. Yeah.
And he was at Juve, and I remember that outside foot pass, I think he done to someone, 3-2 man, and it's like a slow motion video, yeah. It's a beautiful angle, bro. Probably like
football aesthetics, that's what it's about, yeah.
We've done it clean.
Football porn, bro. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it is. Nothing better than outside of the boot.
Alright, go on. I'll see one. What's your favourite outside the foot pass? Because I have one and it's coming in my head, and I'll tell you.
Favourite outside of the boot pass?
Could be a pass or a shot, just a moment that's in your head. Because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have this in the background.
Okay. It's not really an outside of the boot. It's a bit of a toe pump. But Ronaldinho away at Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, when he pivots, stands on it, and gives it that one.
Samba.
Mate, that was one of my first Champions League memories. Watching, being like, rah, this is nuts. Like the whole aesthetics, night game, him peeling off in the gold boots. Well, it's insane. He was one of them who just got me into it as well. What a man! Like he just played with a smile on his face and just made it exciting to watch.
The Brazilians.
Different, cut different.
It's the samba, innit? It's the hips, like the elasticity they have, like
yeah.
And they're gone, bro.
So comfy on the ball. They just love being on the ball and enjoying it and making people smile. And they see it as an entertainment sport out there. They really do.
That's 100%. Like they have that culture in it. But you know what he's talking about? Remember the Champions League goal? Yeah. Ronaldinho was just outside the box. Yeah. There. I think it's late in the game as well.
Yeah.
Man just gives it the.
Oh yeah.
Outside foot, yeah.
So cool.
Like,
Yeah, keep it just still.
Oh, that one is iconic. But for me, I know you remember this. Barcelona orange kit. Yeah. Dani Alves.
Yeah.
Pass
What
to
a
Messi.
player. What a player, Dani Alves.
Corner comes out. He's there. He's probably like just outside the in the semicircle. Yeah. Flips it. Yeah. Through everyone. Messi lets it bounce. Boom. Corner.
Bad. Mate, that kit was bad. Yeah, of course. The orange kit was hard as well.
Yeah, the orange kit was cool.
The little that fade. Yeah, they come cold with the fade still. Football. That's what I love. Alright, one more question.
Yeah.
The new season kits or
old school.
Like the 2000s era, bro.
Honestly, I'm a stickler for like going back in time. I love the old school stuff. I love the gold. Maybe not. I reckon like the mid 2000s when like Chelsea had that Fly Emirates kit when they had like Crespo days. Like that's the best Chelsea kit. Like, we had some pretty banging kits then. But to be fair to Umbro, they've come out with a few slappers. Like our black one this season is hard, black and gold one. That's one of my favourite West Ham ones, but
very crisp.
So football aesthetics, even the boots back then, like the Ronaldo R9 boots. Do you remember them?
The blue and the yellow.
Yeah.
There's
like
been a heavy decline with the boots.
They're such a bad. I'm not a fan.
All this sock stuff.
Not a fan of it.
I
don't want that business.
When they first came out, it was a workout putting on my G-stick. I was like, I can't. This is not for me, bro. So I understand, man. Yeah, football for me. Yeah, it's that era, the 2000s, like prime.
We grew up in the best era to grow up in football. That was cool. Like you had all the people who were about as well, the characters like Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. We just caught the back end of them. It was insane.
Well, I'm lucky to grow up in that time, bro. I'm gonna say, Dad, I'm sorry I didn't become footballer, man. I know that was like that was the only thing in it, but. I remember, 13, 14, I started falling into WWE, bro, and he was like, what are you watching?
Where you going? Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
In Bango, Rey Mysterio. What a geezer.
Brother, John Cena. When I first discovered John Cena, I thought it was him as well. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm young, I want to beat people, innit?
Yeah, of course.
And remember, Carlito.
Yeah, the apple.
Spit in the face.
yeah, what a geezer.
Bro, yeah, man, but flipping, for me, AC Milan, bro. AC Milan kits.
Yeah. I mean, black and red, you can't go wrong with. Like the way they've done it is
Away
clean.
white, the away
Oh
white.
yeah.
With the Opel.
Yeah. The Opel one, yeah, bangs.
Oh, bro, man.
Bangs.
Now it's like there's still some kits you look at Georgia up and you're like some called the international.
BSG, that's a banging one. Their
BSG,
Jordan ones as well. The ones they did with Jordan, Air Jordan were pretty hard.
White and purple. Even remember when the first one then it was like this, but it was like I think red at the bottom and then blue.
Yeah,
so it's like navy.
yeah.
That one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna claim this, yeah. I'm gonna claim this one. I was the first one in ends to bring back football tops.
Do you reckon? Yeah.
I was at parties in football tops and jeans when
It's a look. It's a look.
I'm not gonna lie, innit? And then everyone started doing it, so I'm gonna claim that one. But flipping, yeah, man. All right. I'm gonna just quick question in football. One, I want to know how much you really know the game, bro.
All right,
how much you love the game.
Come on, then.
So I've just got a few in my head, a couple moments in time, a couple things that have changed that maybe you know.
Yeah.
Maybe. So they're gonna be a bit biased, 'cause obviously, man. I can't give you a hint because you might But all right, cool. So there was a team in 1958. Yeah, team in 1958. They created an international team that didn't actually exist.
They created a team that didn't actually exist
So
in
what I mean by this is, I'll give you one hint. They were under a colony, so they were a colonized country, and their country wasn't actually like recognized in the world yet, in the FIFA Federation. Okay, they created a team and played with this team to raise awareness for colonialism and the fact that they're actually being subject to like a colonial power.
Okay, I don't even know this, but I want to know this so I can do a story on it, because that sounds insane, bro.
Okay, shout out to my dad for telling me this.
Yeah.
Algeria, bro.
I was going to say Algeria because I knew that they were colonized at that point, and I knew that Algeria would be close to your heart.
Yeah,
I know that, and I know with the France, was it to do with France? And I know that, and I know their background story, and yeah, if I was gonna say someone, it's easy to say now, but yeah.
I've got content for you, so now
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, that's hard.
I'll school you lot. So imagine in 58, yeah, the best French. So this guy played for France. He was France's number 10. His name was Rachid Makhloufi. Yeah, he was France's best player, number 10.
Mm-hmm.
France probably had 4 or 5 people who used to play for France.
Yeah.
Probably a bit more. I mean, there's quite a few Algerian players who obviously played for France.
Zidane as well, that wasn't he?
Yeah. Zidane, but like I mean, them times before Algeria was actually Algeria. Yeah. They used to play for France. Imagine the freedom fighters of Algeria, yeah, the independent people who were fighting for independence in Algeria, sent people to go like tell their players one by one, we're sending you a ticket to go back to Algeria. We're creating a team.
Yeah.
They're gonna play for us, and they were playing against like China, USSR, big teams, and the way this was so deep, yeah, they couldn't actually like just first of all they couldn't all go as one team. They had to go separately because otherwise the friendship would like
clocking it.
Bro, they left everything. They left their teams, they left their houses, they left their cars, they left money, they dipped, yeah. 4 years later, sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, who's this team? It was called the FLN. So that point was like, I can't remember in English, but it's like the Freedom Fighters, the political party, something liberation, front liberation national, but in the French way, yeah. Mm-hmm. They were basically, that was the political party.
That's cool, that.
They were called the FLN, and they had the Algeria flag as a team, but no one knew who this team was, bro. Yeah. 4 years later, we've gained independence.
Mad.
I'm not saying it was because of that, but
it raised awareness.
It raised awareness. People knew that okay, there's actually people like it was the first time the Algerian national anthem was played at stadium.
Really?
Did it? Yeah, bro. So
that's a cool one. I like that.
Yeah, that's something. I'm not gonna lie. I was like to my dad, yo, I'm bringing a football genius basically to us. Yeah, I need to question. Tell me in it, and he was like, I know he's not gonna know this one in it. So
that's cool. I like that one.
That's one for you. Another one. Yeah. Another one. I'll give you some context. A law changed after the 1982 World Cup. Yeah. That you see in the group stages. You see how now the final game of the group stages played at the same time. You get this? That changed. Before they weren't played at the same time because of match fixing. Yeah. That law was changed in 1982. What game caused that change?
It would have been at the World Cup. It would have been at the World Cup, and one team would have already been through, and then the two teams would have agreed to draw. And I can't remember who it was, but I know the game because my dad's told me this. But yeah, basically two teams organised to draw the game so that they could both go through.
It was a draw. You're correct.
Yeah.
And again, it was Algeria.
Algeria
that qualified, but Austria and Germany, yeah.
That's it.
Played a 1-1 draw. Because they would have both qualified. You get it?
I see.
There was one in La Liga, Celta Vigo against someone,
Okay.
2012 or something. They did the same thing. So on the last game of the season, both teams needed a point to stay up. They drew 0-0 deliberately. Like, there's no, you can't prove it. There's no but it's like one of them backhanders where you're both like, should we just do 0-0? Do you know what I mean? Just get on with it. And they both stayed up.
Scummy, but it's like if you want to win, you're gonna do it. Like, for us, as Algerians, it burns. When you watch the highlight, when you watch back and you watch it, think of a football game, innit? Back and forth, end to end, last game, both trying to qualify. These men are playing like, hey, here's the ball.
Yeah.
Keeper, defender, keeper, defender.
It's very light.
Fake run. You know what I mean?
It's bad, innit? It's bad.
Burned, bro. Like we didn't get past the last 16 until the one before this one.
Yeah.
I mean, Germany took
Good
us
team, though.
extra time.
Good team. Faguli, all them, man.
Faguli, Brahimi, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just like the Brazilians, football is our pride, bro. It's our unity, and like I said, for a country that was literally used football to raise awareness for independence. It's literally tied into like our
That's
fabric,
it. That's it. That's the way football goes. What you said earlier is true. It's bigger than like it's a cultural thing. It's a part of culture as music is. Football's just up there with them. So important. Like Ben Rama, obviously I'm West Ham fan. Saeed Ben Rama, I love him. See his love he gets on his Instagram from all the Algerians, all their fans. Like it's crazy.
Trust me, bro. And Ben Rama, I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy for you. Could be doing more.
He should be doing more. He's a better player than he's shown for us, and I think he's not been given a chance in a run of games, but he's a good player when he's on it.
He is. Lingard has definitely outshone him this year. But
That's
Lingard is West Ham. I mean, Man United prodigy. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna. But and the thing came from Brentford, innit? So it's like.
He's learning it in the Premier League. It's a different kettle of fish.
Learning. He's not exactly the youngest. He came out like 25, 26.
Yeah.
I say give him a year. You know what I mean? He's still a 5-star skill. So,
we bought him for 30 million. He's a player there. We wouldn't have paid that if we didn't really back him to come good. We're just giving him time, I reckon.
Yeah, I think, like you said, but players all need that. You get it. Some players come and they just click.
Yeah, and that's rare. And when that happens, like Lingard's, it never happens. I think only 4 players. I read yesterday. Only 4 players have scored more goals in their first 10 games for any Premier League side ever, or more goal contributions. Because he's got 9 goals, 3 assists, and only like Les Ferdinand and this guy called Quinn at not Coventry and one other person have done more, and they had 13.
Interesting. Fair enough. That's what I'm saying. So it is quite rare. We're seeing like all these big money moves. So it's a shame because we think big money. We give them that pressure they have to pop, and then you realise that the Havertz, the Werners, I mean even Fred, bro, 60 million.
Nuts.
You can't 60 million. You can't break the press.
Nah.
You know what I mean? You can't get the ball from the defender, turn and just slide in between 2 men. You
need to do more. Yeah.
It's just, the thing is, it's like, football's one of the games, I'm sure you know, it's all in the head, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're feeling it and you're feeling confident, like you're a different player naturally, like you just try things you wouldn't try, you've got the ability to get on the ball, you've got the balls to get on it. A lot of the game is courage. A lot of it, like a lot of West Ham this season, it will be about how much courage we have in these next 5 games and how much we believe that we could do something. That's what it comes down to.
No, 100%. And I'm telling you now, if West Ham qualify for the UCL, I'm grabbing the season ticket.
Yeah, I'll cry, bro.
You're gonna see.
Yeah. Arm in arm, come on.
Literally, bro, because it's fam. And if Arsenal aren't in the Champions League and West Ham are in the Champions League,
and Liverpool and insane.
Bro, hang on, wait. Because right now it's what? City, United. Who's third? Leicester,
and they're probably cemented it. Well, they're like 4 points clear now of us in 5th, so they're doing all right. Chelsea, 3 points clear of us, but they've still got to play Arsenal, Leicester, Villa, and Man City. So I'm feeling like they're gonna drop 3 points.
I've just got this feeling Chelsea are gonna do what they keep doing, which is qualify for
Ratty, yeah.
Bloody winning the Champions League or something. Do you get it? How they did
something
it with
ratty. Yeah, that was good. That.
You can't hate them for it. Yeah, I mean, like they said, bun the Premier League.
Yeah, they're just winners. They're just the most annoying club. They can have the worst season and still win it. Like Benitez, they still won Europa League when they had this terrible season. Just do it.
Bro, football, man, it's a topsy-turvy game. Do you get it? What? It'll warm my heart, to just see Arsenal not in nothing.
Yeah, and us just flying in the Champions League. That's what I want, man.
Just not see them nowhere, Like, obviously, we grew up together, innit? We grew up in Walthamstow.
Yeah.
Hella Arsenal.
Yeah, I can
Too
imagine.
many Arsenal fans, bro. Like, primary school, secondary school. And they just thought they were everything, like. And
they are the lippiest fans. They love chatting. They love telling you how good they are.
And for some,
We were.
Yeah.
In 05 and 06, you know what I mean? And on Twitter, they're just nerds. They win every poll.
Yeah. They're everywhere. So many.
They win every.
Can't keep them down.
I remember who's the best player on this? they've won the best vote. Like every vote, the Arsenal fans seem to win it. And it's like, who are you lying to? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Wenger did, and this is how scummy Arsenal fans are. Yeah, I mean, you might not be involved because
I was an in and out Arsenal fan.
exactly,
Football, I would just log in, log out.
You get it?
Over the years.
But it's just this thing of, look how bad they are now that they've bullied Wenger out.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think that there was no. Could understand it at the time. They were probably going, but football fans don't realise the wider context. Like they're not that good players. He's managed to get by and keep getting consistently in Europe and Champions League and doing all that. Like people don't realise what they've gone until it's gone. Do you know what I mean? I think that was for Fergie. Look at United since Alex Ferguson. Everyone knew it would be difficult for those two clubs. They barely won anything between them. I know they won a few FA Cups. Arsenal, United have won an FA Cup, League Cup, Europa League. Not much. Do you know what I mean? No league, no nothing. None of them even been close to winning the league.
Literally, bro.
It's hard to replace blokes like that being there for 25 years and the club revolves around them. To suddenly take them out, that's the centrepiece of the club gone.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's like, for me, Arsenal in particular, as an Arsenal fan, you should know that once they came into the Emirates, those 5-6 years, they was repaying off the debt.
Yeah,
I mean, so it wasn't an
couldn't spend.
investment. So when he's playing players like Denilson and Shikali and Silva, dead guys, Benayoun, you know what I mean?
Yeah, love Yossi.
No. I know, he's not good. He's alright.
He's alright.
But it's like when you have these players and you're still getting fourth every year.
Yeah.
You're thinking we want first. Now look, I'm trying to say. So,
You're right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, so I think the Arsenal fans are definitely going to have a little lesson in life with that one. You know
I think so, and I think it won't be. I think now the question is what they do with Arteta, and then they get rid of him, and then they've got to rebuild, or do they keep him and trust him? But ninth ain't good enough. Like simple as ninth, I wouldn't be happy as West Ham fan coming ninth anymore. Like this season, as an Arsenal fan, to be fighting over 10th with Leeds.
Yeah, no, it's an L still.
Yeah, it's an L. Do you know what I mean? And they're too big a club. English football needs Arsenal to be good as well. Like more, we all need it.
That's why for me, that's what I think. As a football fan, just like as a whole, it does hurt you to see a once invincible team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just crumble.
Yeah.
On really days when
like we ain't nobody in that. Like it's an L still. We need to work harder.
Bro,
but I feel like it takes time. I think Arteta just needs a little more time. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you.
I agree.
A little more.
I think firing him now is not going to do nothing.
No.
Loyalty's needed. Yeah, you need to build. Look at Klopp. They came below. First season he was there, they came below West Ham. They came 7th. They came 8th or 9th, and we came above them. And they got to Europa League final and League Cup final, I think, that year or something. But they didn't do well. Do you know what I mean? They had a shocking season, and slowly over time, they kept losing finals under Klopp. They kept believing in him, and now look where they are. Not this season, but.
I'm not gonna lie, let me tell you why I think that one's void. Yeah, the whole fans thing, it just affects football big enough, innit? And it's like there was a whole pause. It's like I think Dini said it. Yeah, say you're running a marathon, running a 26-mile marathon, then you stop halfway through. Yeah, remember COVID happened. Yeah, 2 months off.
Yeah,
that's a big rest for players, you know. Like it's a big rest. So it's like I don't know how they should have done that year. But as a Liverpool fan, I don't think you can claim, we want a proper.
It was a different experience for all the players. The only thing was they were well out in front anyway.
Yeah, that is fair.
That is the annoying thing.
And their defense that year.
Banging and and they Champions League holders. Like they were the best team in the country last year. But I agree, there is an asterisk next to it.
So it was last year they won the Prem and they got to the final.
Well, they won the Prem last year. Year before they won the Champions League. Where they get to the Champions League last year, they weren't in the final.
What was the year they lost it to Madrid?
They lost it to Madrid year before, so not the year they won it. The year before they won it, they lost to Madrid for that unbelievable Bale goal.
Yeah, but that bicycle kicking it.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That hurt me just for one reason. It kind of knocked off Zidane's Champions League final goal as one of the best Champions League final goals.
That is one of the best goals ever, though. Still,
it is, and we're probably gonna have that right now in the background.
Yeah.
Remember, Roberto Carlos leaky up
left foot.
Just waits.
Yeah, Leverkusen won it.
Yeah, against Leverkusen, just spins top corner. No one had it, so it's like that was cemented as the best Champions League goal for a little while, innit?
Yeah. It had that mantle.
And then Bale came along, and I think what the best part about that is, as much as I love Zidane, I wouldn't say he misused Bale, but he underused Bale.
I think so. I think there's something going on there. I really don't think he got on with people in the hierarchy at Madrid, Bale, at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, some people say it's like he didn't try to get whatever it is. Some people say he cared about golf too much. Whatever it is, it was a shame to see Bale go from ripping up Prem, bullying everyone, had a couple good years.
He had a couple banging years, yeah.
He came on the scene, remember that run against Barca?
I think he won the man of the match in 3 Champions League finals. He scored the winner in the extra time against Atletico Madrid. He came on when they won penalties against Atletico Madrid. He won man of the match. And then he also scored those 2 in the final against Liverpool. So, like, he won their La Decima, their number 10, for them with that extra time goal. So he's had some big moments there. And the Copa del Rey goal against Barcelona when he goes off the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's had some big moments for them, and it's a shame that that's Madrid fans, they just hate him. Like, boo Ronaldo, they booed everyone, like, bizarre.
Yeah, and I think I saw Henri, I don't know if you see it, Henri speak about it the other day, he was like, foreign fans have this, like, more, I thought English fans have it a lot, where it's like, we're just fans, we're not pros, you can't be getting onto pros too much, we're losing the game, like, go around for 90 minutes, you know what I mean? And see how you get the ball feels after 90 minutes of running. It was like, you can't have that. But then the foreign fans are even more nuts. Mate,
at the big clubs, it's pretty disgusting. Like, some of the abuse they get, and like when their players are leaving, like I saw Schalke. Did you see that the other day? They got chased with eggs, Mustafi and all them, because they just got relegated.
They're dipping down their coach. Because the fans are dipping down their coach.
They're chasing them over a walkway, throwing eggs at the geezers.
Forget, because Schalke are quite a big team, innit? They're getting relegated, but it's like...
Kolasinac and Mustafi, you can just see them running over this bridge. Like.
I just saw that thing chasing the van.
Yeah.
Players will get chased as well.
Mate, so they came out, Mustafi and Kolasinac came out of the stadium and they're walking towards the van or whatever, walking towards their car. And you just see this like ruckus going off, and these 2 boys start sprinting Mustafi, and eggs are getting hurled at them like
football, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like
there's too much. They go too much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, I don't understand it. You get it? It's like you got like it is a business first. Yes, it's football, and it was a game. When you look at the history of the game, it's like this whole thing of like do it for the fans. I understand, yeah, and the fans do pay the wages, I mean the tickets, etc. Even that, like, no, I think football rights, TV rights probably pay most of the revenue of the club. You get it?
Yeah, for sure, they do now.
Yeah, like merchandise, tickets brings in a lot of money, and you do it for the fans. But like fans, I don't know. You got to have a certain level of respect for players, man.
100%. Yeah, I think players.
It's not easy.
Players earn the respect, but I think that's part of the problem. I think now that it's become such a business, football, like growing up, was like. I did a post on the school football, say who founded all those 12 clubs. It was like schoolboys, it was like munition workers, it was churches. St. Mark's Church founded Man City and all that, factory workers, munition, I think they found Arsenal, schoolboys, and all that. Like there was some really like low level working class people, and for hundreds of years until the Premier League, basically, they were owned by these clubs. Like Chelsea were a family owned business from the moment they lived until 1982. Do you know what I mean? They belong to the fans, and the fact that money's come in the way it has, and now you've got these owners who supposedly don't even know. One of the owners in the 6 clubs in England, said to Kaveh Solokos, reporter at Sky, that he once didn't know what team what colour kit his team was playing in. Like, you can't have those people who've got the responsibility of millions of people's biggest passion. Like, for me, if West Ham's get taken away from me, properly affect my life, and that was effectively what was happening with those 12 clubs. So, agreed, as much as fans don't pay the bills anymore, they actually don't. Like, gate-going fans and people who go to the ground, no one cares about them anymore. It's the broadcasting rights in China, Asia, all there, which make the difference to these clubs. But ultimately, that's part of the problem, and something needs to happen to that, because that money needs to go back into the clubs and back into the community, one way or another, and they need to do more for those fans again.
No, I definitely agree, bro. I think you said it kind of early in the beginning, like, obviously, like football to you has an emotional touch. You get it growing up, helps you, like, think about certain things less. Do you get it? Like, so from that perspective, I do understand a level of entitlement that yes, this should be.
It's entitlement.
Even just for example, like Sky Sports doing dumb price subscription. The pay-per-view thing, £15 a game.
But if you're paying for that, your BT and everything, like it's a lot of money for people trying to work out here. Like it's a lot.
You get it? So it's like on that side, it's definitely a shame. Do you know what I mean? And like we're seeing now, I think the worst thing. It's just like we've seen with the UEL, I mean with the ECL, the Super League, how quickly UEFA said, you dare do this, we're banning you from everything. Yeah. World Cup, Euros, you're not involved. Do you know what I mean? And we've seen players like with the racism, Glenn Kamara getting banned.
Yeah, that's
for reacting to racial abuse.
Mate, I find that same energy needs to be put in. I know this weekend all the Premier League clubs, the FA and everyone said that next weekend they're going to come off social media.
I saw that, but they're still going to show the games on TV.
So the games will be shown and stuff. There'll be no coverage and tweeting from like Premier League and none of the highlight clips they put up. It's not.
Still empty.
It's empty. It's not revolutionary. It's no nothing. And I know people were saying all last week the same energy needs to be put in the European Super League. That's a fact. That is a fact that people need to be caring more about the racism, 100%. And things need to go into that, and things need to go into the works, and taking a knee.
Players got to be safe, bro.
Yeah, players got to be safe.
The knee, sorry.
I don't think the knee's that big a deal, bro. Nothing. It doesn't do anything. We need some structural change coming.
And Troy Deeney said something really powerful. He said it's all about evolution of things. So the knee at first to create the conversation, there's an issue, yes. But we're just gonna kneel for the next 3-4 years and not tackle no racial problems. Do you know what I mean? Let me go and racially abuse someone at the workplace. You're fired. You know
Fired. You'll probably not get a job anywhere else because it will go down on your CV and it will stay there.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like for players, yeah, like especially so imagine especially in the foreign fans, you get how are you doing monkey chants and
yeah. I think it's a cultural thing. I think it's just like an aspect of culture which strips into football, like the worst side. Yeah, hooliganism part and on the pitch and just everything. Things need to be done. What it is, if it's education courses for people. Whatever it is, I think at the basic level, people in schools need to get educated on racism from the minute we have schools. You need to educate people on wider aspects of society, that being one of the main ones, and you've got to attack it at a root cause. And a lot of these people are too far gone. Those geezers giving monkey chants in the stands, they need prison. They need to go away.
It's like there should literally be like I was like, okay, how would you deal with that solution? I would if I'm the director of football on my club, yeah, and I'm saying I'm gonna stop racism. I'm literally financing stewards to watch every little section. Like you're getting a good wage, not a minimum, so they're just watching the game the whole time. Paying them a good wage, where you're actually watching the stands or cameras with voices. So you literally any seat say something, you're getting banned for life. Something where people can be held accountable. Like even example, we're seeing players now complain about like even Shane is gonna do like a social media like blackout because how are you waking up? Yeah, imagine you waking up. You black this or you brown this and you that this.
Mate, that's mental.
For playing football.
These people, the players, need so much respect. How they can go out after getting racially abused and still represent their club with like honour and distinction. It is something we don't think about. Like you see the messages Tyrone Mings gets on a weekly, or any black player, any ethnic minority player. I guarantee you they get abused on a regular, every day, all day by people who are too scared to put their own face.
I mean, probably got like some burner.
Yeah. They got a Chris Wood burner account. Do you know what I mean? Just.
I'm just trying to like. I've never like. I don't understand where people have that hatred from.
I don't get that hatred.
Who's bullying you in your life? You got a bully a player, and it's like even calm. Mason Green, whatever, getting 50-60 grand a week. That's not enough to take abuse, bro. Like,
and they've worked hard to get to that position. If the money wasn't in the game, they wouldn't get paid that.
You get it? Football's not easy. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Waking up every day, training. Trust me, if I could do it,
I would do it. Exactly.
Pre-season, I said, nah.
I'm done.
Coach, made me do laps. I said, this is not for me.
Not today.
So it's like to do that, the mental strength to be released. You know what I mean? Jump onto another
team.
It's
tough.
Do this, to go through all that, to then love that club. Then to get racially abused or to get coins thrown at you, and it's like I just think football fans need to like I don't know. I understand like the concept of you having a mad bad week and it's a release. Go do boxing, bro. Go do something. Go do something else. Don't live and go racially abused.
I think the next step is players walking out. Players during a game that happens, just stop. Like when that Slavia Prague guy does it, I think as much as Rangers stood by Glenn Kamara and it's amazing, and you probably got your arm around him and you helped him behind the scenes. Stand with your guy. Walk off the pitch. Don't ever accept that. Walk off the pitch. Do not play the game. Everyone loses then. UEFA will have to address it because there's a game which is halfway through that they stop playing. Rangers will have to address it with Slavia Prague. Slavia Prague will have to deal with it. It just makes a constant change. Any racism whatsoever on the pitch or heard on the pitch by monkey chants, walk off. Like in England, when we kept playing, you could hear it. The monkey chants. I can't remember where it was when Tyrone Mings first got abused.
San Marino, I think.
San Marino, somewhere like that, or like Slovakia, or one of them ones.
Slovakia, I think.
And you could hear it. You could hear it audible on watching a game, and it made it uncomfortable to watch it. They should have just stood off the pitch. We're already through. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Get off and make a stand and be those guys who are actually remembered, because you cause change and you walked off and everyone loses then. The Slovakian FA get done. They can't watch their country at a World Cup.
I agree, and that's how I think you will see who are the realist.
Yeah.
You get it? If you're like for example, if your club says to you, you know what, you have to play. You say no, I'm not playing.
You're a leader, mate.
Yeah, do you get it?
Yeah.
Like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
They told him to go fight Vietnam. He said no, I'm not fighting innocent people for your war.
Yeah.
Stripped him of everything. What did he say? No, I'm gonna go fight now. No, he didn't. He said no, I'm standing by it. Do you get it? So, in football, if you do watch this, be the change that you want to be and you want to see in the world. You get it? Because
100%.
like, how else are we gonna see the change? Like,
I agree.
and I think, yeah, man, like with football and racism, it's just, yeah, I get hooliganism culture and that, but we need to evolve as people, man. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like,
You can't. That's just dark ages. Like, it's just boring. It's boring for everyone to keep hearing the same debate from mindless, stupid people who ain't got the wits about them to accept every culture. Like, it's just boring. They don't deserve a place in football. Like, they're the people who don't deserve a place in football, and that's a fact. Multiculturalism has made the game what it is, not them boneheaded, meathead idiots who go out in a week looking to racially abuse people.
get it, bro. And it's like, that's the beautiful thing about football. Do you know what I mean? That now, like, we have like different, like, we're speaking about Brazilian players and their identity, then like German players and how they bring the game.
You
forward,
couldn't speak the
know
same language as someone, but I guarantee you could get on if there's a football there.
what I mean? How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
Bro? Do you know what I mean? Like, how mad is it that like foreign players come? They don't speak the language.
But they're boys with people.
Cavani that doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
He's ripping up the striker. You know what I mean? It's wavelength. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And you still see him like educating Mason Greenwood and arm around his shoulder and telling him what to do, like through language. Like,
bro, and you see that moment? He literally one pass. Mason took an extra touch. Cavani spoke to him.
yeah,
30 seconds later, or like a minute later, ball drops to Mason. Thing basically said quicker. You could just see him. Like,
yeah.
Next second, Greenwood look. The ball comes to him. He looks at him, whips it
Boom.
in. Cavani, bro, flying, cleans him in.
Yeah. It's a banger.
Literally, come on. So it's like, so I'm saying, football, man, it's a beautiful game. But I want to know more about you in terms of, yeah, you've been a West Ham fan. Who would you say are we'll do maybe all our top five, your top five players to watch. So not the
Top
best,
5 players to watch.
but that you watched
Alright.
and you were like,
Who I love.
yeah, man, yeah.
That's a good one. Past and present or just currently?
Ever, bro,
Ever. Alright. I'll start with Di Canio because he made me fall in love with it. Paolo Di Canio at West Ham. Just because he made me fall in love with the game. Like,
Fair.
he was a cult. Like, whatever he did at West Ham was gold and we were obsessed with him. So him for getting me into the game.
Fair play legend as well. I remember what was that thing he did with it?
That scissor kick. So after Wimbledon, he got that scissor kick put in and like in the air, like one leg up.
Yeah, there was that, but there was something as well. I think there was a goal. Someone scored a goal or something, and it was disallowed. Or it was a penalty. I think he got the penalties at night.
Oh, he sat on the floor. He should have had 3 penalties against Bradford. West Ham were playing Bradford. He should have had 3 penalties. He wasn't given it, and after the third one wasn't given, he sat cross-legged on the floor and said, "I'm not playing. Harry Redknapp was like, "You are playing." He's our manager at the time. Like, get up. He's like, "No."
Shout out Harry though.
Yeah, shout out Harry.
Shout out little 4-4-2 legend.
Yeah.
I mean, same lineup. Crouchy, Crankjar, and the
Yeah.
No, alright, cool. The Canio, what? So you putting him as top?
Just in there, and then
let's
I'll
not rank it in it.
Yeah,
a bit mean to the players.
I'll be here for days, bro.
Our favourite 5 minutes. So go on.
And then I'd say my old man was a United fan, my dad was a United fan, and he Scholes. He put me onto Scholes early, and I love as he got older. I preferred his game more and more as he sat deep, dictated possession was just that. It's just something.
There was no
else.
blood in his veins. It was ice.
Ice cold.
Did you get it? Ice.
Any situation he could get out of him, just the way he did it and the way he could control games. Considering he's not that quick, couldn't get around a pitch that well, but if he played the game, played at his tempo, that's impressive to watch.
God, favourite Scholesy goal.
Oh, the one against Villa.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Just too good, mate.
You know what I'm remember, I think it comes out from a corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
A good 30, 35 maybe yards.
It's the kit. It's everything about that goal. It's
white,
fresh.
It's the way
With the
white
gold trim.
AIG, gold trim, Prime United, licks it.
Yeah. Crossbar, come on.
And there's a phrase in Algerian, yeah. When you translate it, it's crossbars are better than a goal. So
Really?
he loves seeing the crossbar, yeah. Bara khem boot is what it's called, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's literally bara, the bar in it is better than a goal. Do you get it? So when it's
There's nothing better when it's like that.
and it goes in,
Yeah.
basically orgasmic.
Yeah. It's as good as it gets. It is as good as it
It's
gets.
just there like, you know what I mean?
Shuddering, yeah.
That one goal of the season for that year.
Yeah. Rightly as well. It just
That-
looked slick. Everything about it was fresh.
Have you seen the goal of the month for that year? There's that month.
Yeah, I have seen that on Match Today one. It's insane.
There's like this that month in that season. The goals of the month they were just all insane. Like just
Stupid.
like, I don't know what like the footballing. I mean,
The
people,
gods looked down on that
literally
monkey nicely.
said,
Yeah.
"Yo, we're gonna be blessed this month." No, shout out Scholes.
Yeah, Scholesy, big man, and then obviously Messi. I think he's the greatest ever. I love him. Like, I used to play under a coach who played at Arsenal, and he based his philosophy very closely around Barca. So we'd spend all our days when we weren't training watching them and watching their movement and watching the way they go about their pressing and the way. 17, 18, we'd spend every day. So if we weren't playing, we'd have our theory sessions and that, and we just watch footage of the way their movement and how they played. And I got to know, just watched him. I just watched him so closely every time he plays. Yeah, and he's just like everything. Like Guardiola in his book said, there's not one thing he's not the best at in the club, from tackling, heading, every skill, every attribute. He'd be the best left back in the world. He'd be the best right back in the world. Even like, yeah, he's just apparently just, and like everything he does is just insane. He is a beautiful game.
He is, and it's like, as like a die-hard Ronaldo fan.
Yeah.
Like, there was a couple of years I was in like, what's the word? Denying. I was in denial.
Yeah, denial. Yeah.
That Messi is better. Yeah, but it's like when you sit down and just see what Messi actually does. Yeah. Ronnie wasn't doing that.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to respect Ronaldo for his ability to score goals and all types of goals and that, but
there was a lot
Messi
of games.
controls the game. Like,
there was a lot of games you watch as United. You needed Ronaldo to do that thing.
Get deeper, be on the ball, and he doesn't want that. Yeah, and fair play to him. That's why he scored so many goals. He wastes his energy in the opposition box, and that's what it's all about as a front man. Different players. One's the greatest player. One's the best goal scorer of all time.
Yeah, fairs.
And that's how I see it. And then moving on.
We can't just go on over Messi.
Sorry.
Like,
just get too giddy when I speak about him. Do you know what I mean?
I get you. Like, alright, cool. Favorite Messi goal?
The one against Real Madrid, I could already say it now. Semi-final, I think it was semi-final Champions League away at Real Madrid when you get it on the halfway line. Yeah, picks up on Busquets, does the turn, beats 3 or 4, shifts it onto his right, and it just dribbles in. Because that was such a big moment. That was against the Mourinho, Guardiola little axis. That's when them two men were going head to head, and it was like, that was the ultimate game at that point.
He won the war.
Yeah. Guardiola just, and like, that was good versus evil in football sense. You know what I mean? And that was a special goal, because he was getting kicked from pillar to post, like Pepe, Carvalho, like all them man just crunching him every time.
Yeah, that's what I love about Madrid. Yeah, like they were ready for war against.
I love them games. They were special.
Kick him out.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite Messi goal in mind? Do you have anything that sticks out to you, or Messi just a dribble or something that's like, yeah, man, this guy's not human?
No, off the top of my head, no. Too many though.
There's too many, that's the thing.
And they're all blurring it. Wait, who's dropping shoulders like
the one against the World Cup as well, the last World Cup when they needed that goal. Yeah, what a goal that was, mate. Bro. Just because it was on the World Cup stage and everyone was getting into him because Ronaldo just scored that hat trick and all that, like.
But let's just listen. I'm having the background as well, but ball comes down, shoulder. In stride.
And Diego, the king in the stands, watching it, like, it was just nuts.
He
was geared up. He was on some gear, man.
Bro, on stride, down like on the thigh. Touch with the right, I can't remember the right or the left, brings it down.
It just happened so quickly, like.
In stride, at speed.
Yeah. And they needed it.
For me, it's that one in the what's that Spanish cup called again?
La Copa del Rey.
The one where he goes from the side, cuts in.
Yeah. Against Atletico Bilbao, was it, in the final?
Bilbao.
Yeah. Bro. That was insane. That was insane. He's got so many, like.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing with him, bro. And it's like, yeah, all that Messi got.
He's just alien. He's the one I look at and just think there is no way that we'll see someone else like him. His ability in close spaces, like drop of the shoulder, his height. He's a small guy. To do what he does with that level of strength, low centre of gravity, just getting kicked all day.
Yeah, it's like, that's the, you said it. It's like low centre of gravity, like because people you're barging him, but you're barging him like on it. Like,
can't move it.
Yeah, it's not going.
It's like him and Sterling. Sterling is like the strongest little guy when he's down there. It's just insane.
Certainly, man. It's like, I'll be honest. You probably appreciate Barca more than me because it sounds mad, but I watch football, but I like excitement.
Yeah. I like the tactics side of it. Yeah, I do.
Like, when I was young, my dad's mummy, he cussed me. I was like, he's like, come watch Barca. I'm like, bro, they just passed the ball around. Like, it's dead. He was like, when I clocked it, you know he's like, go so the other team to get the ball off them.
Yeah, that's
when
it.
I understood. I was like,
there's an art to it, man. Yeah. Like the amount of moving parts that go on, like, is insane. Like that. That's why I just love them. Like the amount, how good you have to be to create that space and
just keep
balls.
The ball
yeah, like
70% possession.
when teams are sitting that deep against you, like they've only got 5 yards to move and like keeping their shape. Unless you're bopping it about and turning out and getting people in new spaces, rotating, like pulling teams apart. That's what they do. It's like chess to them.
Literally, bro. And it's like you could see their system of play. I mean, break lines. I mean,
They're all intelligent.
Line, like, it was,
like, if you look at their midfield, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, that ran the world. Not one of them can get up and down the pitch particularly well, like as athletes, other than Iniesta. Dominated every single game possession-wise. Every single game. No one could get near him.
Like, look, 5 foot whatever.
Yeah, you look at them in a room and they look like a weird collection of people.
Office workers, you know what I mean? But like, you see them like, you don't think these are footballers.
Yeah.
They'll run rings around you, man. And that's what, again,
insane.
Is the art of football. Do you get it? Like basketball, certain sports, you have to be, like, if you're not 6'3", yeah, unless you're a mad talent at basketball, you're not doing nothing. Do you get it?
Exactly.
Like, but football, you can be tiny, you can be huge. You know what I mean, you can be crouched.
Yeah.
Skinny as hell.
Yeah,
and
game league.
But you can have a career if you got tech, man. And I think that looks like matter all these little players.
It's
you know what I mean?
insane.
So it's like, yeah, man. Also, if we're talking about Barcelona, for me, best right back in history has to be Daniel.
Yeah, what a player. What a player, yeah, for sure. He's the most successful player in the history of the game. Won more trophies than anybody else, yeah.
Yeah, bro. He won everything there's to win.
Yeah, everything. He's not won a World Cup yet. That's the only thing which he's not won, but he's won Copa America, he's won countless Champions League, Serie A, La Liga, he won Europa League with Seville, he won 3 or 4 Champions Leagues with Barca.
Then went to Juve, went to PSG,
done it all. Done it all, and now he's back in Brazil with Sao Paulo and all them. He's done all that.
Back with his people.
Yeah.
And that's why he's playing centre mid or cam.
He is playing centre mid. Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. Football, man, you can like 100%, like beautiful, man. We're gonna say it a million times in this show.
Yeah. It's a beautiful game.
It is a beautiful game, man. All right, we've done Di Canio, we've done Scholesy, we've done Messi.
Yeah, here we go.
Who are the other two? Who's the last two?
These are where it gets hard, you know. I would probably go. Next, I'd go Iniesta. I know I'm just sticking to that bastard, but I just loved him. I just loved the way he played the game. Iniesta's the same. I think for me, he's one of the best. Him, Zidane, like there's not much in it, but the best midfielder of all time. Could do everything. He stood out. He's the only player to win Man of the Match in a Euros final, Champions League final, World Cup final. Done it all. He's the only player to ever win Man of the Match in all of them. Like big occasion.
Yeah, he's a big game player in it.
Yeah,
he is.
In Spain they're upset. Like he's God. Like he's done it all for them.
He's winning goal for the World Cup.
Yeah, he scored in the Euros final as well. He scored in them all.
Euros final, which one?
He scored when they beat Italy 4-0.
Oh yeah.
Scored in that one.
Mad. Yeah, that just came back.
2012.
That just came back into my head. No, Iniesta. That's the.
He's just graceful. I like graceful players. There's a theme. Like I like silky players who just do things that I look at and go, I could never do that. And like the same again, like his low centre of gravity. He's not particularly rapid. He's not big. He's not strong.
But they have that take the piss element.
Yeah. Just like his turn, it's just beautiful.
I could go forwards. I'm gonna go around you, pass it back to my boy. You're gonna score. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like football scumbaggery, innit? It's like an art that not most men can do, innit? And like I said, when you have players like Iniesta, then you see Fred, you can't turn out. And pass the ball to his midfield, and you're 60 million. Yeah, I'm like,
nuts.
What's the point? You know what I mean? Why are you here? You know
Nuts.
what I mean? But alright, just because I know we could be here for hours now, innit? So. Iniesta, we could give you more time, my brother. I might even do a whole episode just for Iniesta.
Exactly.
But that's your fault. You haven't mentioned Zidane. You haven't mentioned him yet.
He's close.
If you don't, we might not be friends after.
He's close. How many options you got left? One.
If you can't tell already, I'm Barcelona for Madrid, so that's why he's getting overlooked. I think, to be fair, Iniesta's him more honourable mention. More than that.
In his world, because in my Zidane, you're there, bro.
Listen, if I'm taking not Di Canio out and not doing a West Ham player, Zidane's in. Do you know what I mean? I had to give a shout out to PDC, legend.
I hear that. So come. Zidane, you're not in it for the school of football.
Yeah, we'll send you a message, man. We'll send you an apology.
He's coming in written form. I'm gonna make him do it. But yeah, flipping last one.
Last one. I honestly think this is a bit of a rogue one, but Raul, the Real Madrid striker, because when he was at Schalke, for some reason I just loved him and Klaas-Jan Huntelaar up front. He was left-footed. I was a left-foot striker. Yeah. His movement was superb off the ball. Like,
you a striker?
I was a striker. Well, I could play wing, striker, midfielder, but I quite like playing up front.
I thought you were dictating.
I did. As I got older, I came further down the pitch, but like. probably Raul. I just loved his movement. Everything about the way he played the game was just played up here as well. Like centre forward, scored all type of goals. A winner, like did it all. Like literally could do everything as a striker you wanted. He could score any type of goal, even though it wasn't big. Good in the air, good like sharp shooter, 2-touch, 3-touch. Any type of goals. Numbers are crazy. Before Ronaldo came along, obviously Real Madrid's top scorer. Yeah, exactly. Like he was killing it. Him, Di Stefano, Ronaldo, the 3 greatest goal scorers in their history. For Spain, he killed it. He was unfortunate that he missed out on just as they started winning everything. He sort of packed it in, so he never won anything for Spain. But
his age was getting a bit. I mean, but yeah, Spain before that era
wasn't that good. No, it wasn't.
I'm trying to think who was even in that. Young
Morientes, like him, Helguero, like they had a bit of a weird team. Senna was cool. He was very cool. Played at Villarreal. He's a good shout. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That's a unique top 5.
That is a unique top 5.
You heard it here first. School of Football's top 5.
Yeah, there it is.
Ain't got Zidane in it. Interesting, but I rate it. I think it shows the kind of player you are, number one, and how you see the game. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is very, very interesting. And I'll be honest, what I'm seeing, I could be here for hours with you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Because time's flown.
Yeah.
And it's a bit mad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it now, and we're gonna test his techers. You get it? We've done them. We've seen his football brain, and as you can see, it's there. You get it? And hopefully we do a lot more. I realized we've only done an hour, bro, and we've just skimmed the surface.
Yeah, we have.
I know. Actually, let's plug in your thing.
Yeah.
Let them know before we even actually do the techers. So tell them.
Yeah, we got exciting things coming. Basically, we're releasing a podcast, so we got our own podcast which is coming out. We're doing a first recording next week where we've should be an 8-part series. We've got everyone who's on it is someone I've basically written about, done a story on. So I got lucky to get through to a lot of good people who come out in time. Like the first guest we got on, I'll drop that name, is Tony Carr, the guy who brought through Rio Ferdinand, Frank Lampard, Joe Cole, John Terry at West Ham. He was West Ham's academy direct. He broke his leg. He was come from West Ham's academy, grew up with the likes of Bobby Moore and all them, man. Broke his leg. The year after, he went into West Ham's academy as a coach, and then 43 years he was a director of football who brought through Glenn Johnson, Joe Cole, Jermaine Defoe, Rio Ferdinand, like anyone you name in that era. Michael Carrick, Mark Noble, he was influencing Declan Rice's career. Like he'd known them all and brought them all through. And
East End legend, really, isn't it?
East End legend, and he's gonna come on and talk to us about his story in the game and everything. And then after that, other people we've written about, so excited about that. And then hopefully a mini documentary series is just got in the works last week, so we'll be taking that hopefully in June and filming the first one of those, and it'll be out soon. So awesome, things are moving.
That's exciting, bro. Like I said, just when I met you, I had no idea in 5-6 years this is gonna be happening. So it's sick to see you're doing this. You know what I mean? I wish you the best of luck with that. You get it. Hopefully the world understands a bit more why the game is so beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's sick that you're gonna shine a light on that. So be ready for them episodes. School of Football. You heard it here first. Everyone be plugged in. Taj, now we're gonna test his techers. So you ready?
Yeah, come on, my guy.
Let's have it. Alright. So what we're gonna do, School of Football is about to be tested on his tech. We're gonna see if he can really kill a ball in this little square. We're gonna drill it to him as if it was a Prem game, as if it was a cold, windy night at Stoke. Yeah. We're gonna see if he can keep it in the box. We see if he can keep it sharp. We see if he can kill that ball, cushion it like a real baller. I've seen him play. I believe in him. I believe in you.
Are you ready, Tom? What are you saying? You good?
I'm rusty, but let's get it. Come on.
Alright, we'll see.
Come on. It's the shoes. If it goes wrong, it's the shoes.
It's the shoes.
We'll blame the classic Air Force. We'll blame the classics. Alright, how's it looking? Yeah?
Looking Chris, you got your space.
Right, Tom, come on. We're gonna start short range first. You ready?
Oh.
Alright. That was a Stevie G-S pass.
That's a mad test, man.
Jeez. Alright. So you got that, yeah? Looking good, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Alright. We'll get a bit harder, we'll get there. A bit more.
Come on, man.
He's killing them. He is.
Come on.
Oh.
I'll give you the same pace again. I know you got that one. Come on.
Oh.
Reaction.
Not spinning this season, come on.
That's why he goes to the School of Football. He's not playing no more.
Oh.
Shoes are off.
The shoes are off.
He's killing it. I was nice with you there.
That was nice of you.
Yeah. Go on, one more drillers, and then
Drillers, give me drillers, come on.
and one more drillers, and then you're gonna get in the air, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, that was a dead pass. Do that again. Do that.
Go on, me that one. I'm trying to really kill it. Do something.
That was a Fred pass.
Oh.
He's giving us the outside of the foot.
Trying to do
He's
something.
giving the outside of the foot. Are we seeing that?
We're gonna replay that one for them. We're on the slow-mo tip.
He's cheeky, but we'll see if he can do it again.
Oh.
Tom,
I've lost it, I've lost it.
Alright, we're doing the air now.
Yeah, come on then.
Alright, now Tom's gonna have to kill it, dead. Well, not dead, but in this little box, in a little aerial situation. You get it? So we're gonna pretend again.
It's not looking good for me right now though.
Right? No, you know what it was? We hit them hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were coming.
Like people are seeing it's a small distance.
Yeah.
I don't think Fred would get it that close. You know what I mean?
Fred's covered me,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, covered.
Alright. Bring it back into the box. Hey, let's come.
He tried to touch it with the shoulder.
Yeah, the nerves are coming.
Hey.
Oh, I like that. That was another chest that
Loosen
was.
up now.
Go on. Bit faster than you.
Oh.
That's alright.
Take it.
He's dead in it. Oh, he's giving us kick ups.
Oh. Come on.
That's better.
That one.
Nah, real talk. So, woo.
Alright, faster than top. It's in the game. Oh.
Light. It doesn't. Oh.
Sorry.
Good. Yeah. It's good. No, we're good. Alright. That's alright. Now be easy, naturally. We're gonna get a bit harder.
Come on.
Alright.
Yeah, now it can be hard. Come on.
Alright. Last one. Yeah, Tom. I don't know. Give me swags, innit? We're gonna chat. No one's getting promo. He's gonna bring it back.
No.
Cut.
Alright, go on, last final one, yeah. It's a throw in, yeah. Right now, Tim Hollis.
Come on.
Tom, mate, I wouldn't sign you today. I'm not gonna sign you. I wouldn't sign you, but
This ain't the school, this ain't the real school.
oh, that was dead throw. Alright, you saw it here first, guys.
I'm done, my career's done now.
The football career might not be there.
I'm about to write him now.
No, we saw it though, yeah. So, the edits might be nice to him, we might not
I
be.
need a nice edit to get through this now.
But Tom, I was gonna say,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Big love, thank you for having me on.
Don't worry,
Appreciate it, guys.
Guys, hope you enjoyed the episode and that. Next time, we might show you mine and charges taking it. But I feel like this episode, the way that was looking a little bit hard, I don't know.
I don't have the right clips. There. Yeah.
Guys, tune in for the next episode. I'm not going to tell you what it is now, because it's a surprise. So yeah, stay safe, take care.